I look so orange today. Just giving Jersey Shore. Okay. Clap. Hello, everybody. It's your girl, Imani P from the DMV. You know where I'm at. You know where I be. I don't promote guns. Guns are bad. Okay? And welcome back to my channel, imaniversus, where I talk about music, culture, and more. So today, we are going to talk about what used to be my favorite hip-hop boy group at the moment, Migos. No time. Anyway, just a little bit of background on the Migos for those of you who don't know. Migos is a hip-hop boy band from Lawrenceville, Georgia, so I guess northern Atlanta. And they consist of 3 members, Quavo, Offset, and Takeoff. You know? Quavo, Offset, Takeoff. You know what I mean? These 3 members are all like various like family members, and they were all raised by Quavo's mom. So like someone is somebody's uncle and someone's like Quavo's cousin. I think Quavo was like Takeoff's uncle, and then Offset and Quavo are cousins, and then they were all raised by Quavo's mom. I think that's what the story is actually. And like they're all around the same age, so I'm judging their family. Anyway, so not the Quavos. The Migos got popular after the song Versace in 2013 after Drake hopped on it. And they mostly started getting their burn or like their steam or whatever when they dropped their more of their earlier mixtape, No Label, because it wasn't their first mixtape. Fun fact, Migos started in 2008 under the name Polo Club. Between like 2014 and 2015, the Migos, like after they got popular off of Versace, they were just everywhere. So they dropped their mixtape No Label 2, which garnered up the singles like Fight Night and I believe Handsome and Wealthy. And from there, it just took off. Everybody was listening to them. Everybody loved them. Everybody was like, oh, boy band, boy band, boy band. They were like,
nah, we not boy band, we not boy band. We rappers, we love Jay-Z.
They were saying that their inspiration was Jay-Z. And I just still think that's funny to this day, because where's the Jay-Z inspiration other than like the businesses? And like the only person that has a business, anyway. So their first album, Young Rich Nigga, dropped around that time. And right after that dropped, they dropped another mixtape called Rich Nigga Timeline. And I remember listening to that mixtape specifically. Like I listened to No Label 1 and 2. And of course I listened to Young Rich Nigga. But I remember Rich Nigga Timeline because it was like my freshman year of college. And I was jamming. I was jamming. Like that was like, I love that mixtape. I was jamming every day in the hallway. I was turning it up. Some of my floor mates would come and dance when I had it was just, the Migos were it back in the day. Like I really did like them. They also dropped another mixtape called Back to the Bando. I remember that one too. And they were just like taking advantage of their momentum they got from the Versace song. Like since then, they just dropped any and everything. They had No Label, Young Rich Nigga, No Label 2, Young Rich Nation, Rich Nigga Timeline, and Back to the Bando, back to back to back within like a 3-year span. Like you want to talk about hard work, you want to talk about work ethic, talk to Migos. And you know, y'all, this is before like all this stuff happened. This is when I used to like them, so don't judge me, okay? So I think it was by like, what, 2016, Migos was like more of a household name. They were getting like Doritos sponsorships. Everybody knew who they were. There was like a lot of scandal, you know, between like Offset and Cardi B, Offset being in and out of jail, and all sorts of things at the time. That year they dropped Culture, and then they eventually dropped Culture 2, I want to say later in 2017 or early 2018. And I remember I really liked Culture because DJ Khaled produced most of the songs. But Culture 2, I could have went without it. And after Culture 2, it has been pretty silent ever since. So they're planning to drop their 3rd album, Culture 3, like really soon. And like, y'all, I think this is gonna be like their last popular album. I don't think anyone is excited to hear from them. So their downfall started in 2018, according to me in my book, just because I remember between 2018 and 2019, I didn't like any of their music really. I was really like not really feeling them. And I want to say it really started when Offset and Cardi B got together and their business was everywhere for everyone to consume and to see. We heard Offset was cheating and lying. He was manipulating. He went to her show to try to get her back during one of her biggest moments in her career. And then also in 2018, we had Quavo started dating Sweetie, and they looked like they were just having a happy relationship, and he was treating her perfectly until recently when we found out that their relationship wasn't all that well and that they be fighting each other all the time. And I feel like the relationship between Quavo and Sweetie was like keeping them treading water, I believe, just because like their music was already falling off. The whole motorsport thing happened between Cardi B and Nicki Minaj that Quavo was kind of part of. They were just treading water. Like before all this stuff happened, Migos was relatively mysterious. They had like one or two things they would say in an interview here or there, but like no one really knew their business until Offset started dating Cardi B. Between the Offset cheating scandal, divorce scandal, Quavo and Sweetie fighting and act like everything's perfect and peachy, and then Takeoff's allegations of like, y'all know. Like the Migos have definitely fell off. And this is why I have a theory that, the women, when they date hip hop artists like Migos or just other male artists, have very much to do with the popularity of the male. Because I think Migos was still kind of relevant or even like trying to make it to the finish line to drop Culture 3 and actually have numbers because of Cardi B and because of Sweetie. I'll have a video on that a little bit later. Then they're gonna have like after Culture 2 dropped, all three even dropped like singular albums, and that was like the worst marketing thing. Like I understand they wanted to do their own thing and you can be featured on other songs, but y'all are not good enough to stand alone and make 3 albums. I really think that really hurt their career too, because people was like, what is this? This is trash. Like Quavo's album was trash. Takeoff, I couldn't even get through Takeoff. And Offset album was trash. Like, I don't remember any songs from the album. I think I kind of remember the Working Me song, but like that's because it played on the radio every 3 minutes. That really contributed to their downfall as well. So now we're gonna get into Culture 3, which is gonna drop like this year or probably next year. And I really think this is gonna be like their last popular album, unless these guys, QC, actually not even these guys, QC pulls something out of their booty cheeks. Because like no one's really checking for Migos anymore. Ever since even the allegations with Takeoff and the whole fighting scandal with Quavo and Sweetie, nobody cares about Migos anymore. Nobody cares about cheating ass Offset. Nobody wants to listen to that type of music that much anymore. They have definitely aged in this like industry quite quickly, and I think that's just how it is now during the streaming era. You age a little bit quicker as artists, especially when you're not super talented. And they're just like, like their third album is just not gonna be like how Culture and Culture 2 is gonna be like. I think it's gonna be like their last album. They probably might drop a Culture 4 or something in the future, like a few years from now. But I think this is it for them. I think this is the end of the road. I think it was a cute run. I really enjoyed them. I wish they would have stayed mysterious and stayed like out of the headlines. But when you're dating people like Cardi B, I don't know how you will be able to do that. Folks really have moved on from Migos. Like, I would even say nowadays, like, everyone's listening to Lil Baby now. You see Push's Lil Baby and City Girls like it's their last leg. They definitely been replaced by Lil Baby. The NBA Young Boys, even DaBaby. Like, DaBaby is even more popular than Migos now. Like, they just kind of been pushed out the industry. And that's what happens, like, when you're a type of artist like them. Like, you only have like this good amount of time, and if the only talent can stand the test of time with artists like Migos. In conclusion, I'm gonna listen to Culture 3 just because like I like Migos. I hate what they have done in the past and what they stand for. I'm gonna just listen to it just to see what's up, but I have definitely became not a fan of Migos. Thank you for watching, you guys. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And let me know if you think Migos is on their downfall. And when did they peak? When did y'all think they peaked? I thought they peaked back in 2017. When did y'all think they peaked? I will see y'all soon, because as that girl, bitch.